The first and most important thing about real estate development is that it's designed around people. I'm very lucky I get to work on exciting projects all over the world where people are trying to push the boundaries, where they're trying to differentiate, where they're trying to do better, where they're trying to stand for something, where they're trying to have some element of purpose. And a project like the Baylands recognises its broader responsibility. It recognises that there is a responsibility to be additive to this area.
The reason we're looking at the Baylands is because of where it's located. It is brownfield development versus greenfield development. Greenfield development is its parkland, its nature, its rolling hills. Typically, it's further out. And that's what you definitely don't want to do, is take that land out of nature and put it into concrete. The Baylands is 6 miles north of the San Francisco International Airport and 6 miles south of downtown San Francisco. It is extremely well located in the center of the Silicon Valley. And you ask, why is it there? It is previously used in an industrial sense. That's why it's called a brownfield. And now we're saying, let's go back in and let's restore the land, restore the wetlands, restore the parks, take care of the contamination, and then make it so that it is a safe and beautiful place to live, and it's infill.
Infill is, as it sounds, you've got a gap between developments and you're filling it in. This site is an infill site at scale.
What we're doing is healing the land. It's right now a scar. It's an open wound. The cleanup process is probably close to $500 million of investment. It is a really big number, no question, okay? But if you took this 700 acres and you moved it out into the green fields, you'd have to build freeways to it. It would have no transit unless you built a new transit line. It has no sewer, it has no water, it has no electricity. When you want to develop in a carbon efficient manner, that means you have to reuse land that already has existing regional infrastructure. So we already have a train stop, the light rail from San Francisco stop, the freeway off-ramp. We already have the regional power station adjacent to our property. So you look at those major pieces of infrastructure, and they already exist.
Stewardship is a really important concept. And so the way it thinks about land, it is not just about our responsibility to it now, it's about responsibility to it in the future and to future generations, and making sure that it's a place in which future generations can live.
As a community of our size, which will be 20,000 people who work there, 10,000 people who live there, we have scale of which we talk about having radical sustainability, but we do it through radical convenience. We're planning an electric community. We're planning to pick up all your trash and composting. We're planning to have an on-site grocery store that limits the use of single-use plastics. Everything we're doing is about utilizing existing resources in a more carbon efficient way.
The 15-minute city is this idea that all of the resources or all of the amenities or all of the facilities that you might need as part of your daily life are within a 15-minute journey of your house. You're much more likely to be part of a stronger community. The ideal is that you can walk, but obviously public transport means that that 15-minute radius can be greatly expanded.
We're adding 157 acres of parks, and the whole parks connect every neighborhood. If you live there, you'll do your shopping there, you'll see your doctors there, go to the park there, your kids will play there, the kids will go to school there, all of that as a pedestrian. And then if you work somewhere else, you walk to the train station and you get on the train, or you walk to the light rail station and you get on the light rail. And that connects you everywhere you need to go. We're re-knitting back into South San Francisco, San Mateo, and Brisbane.
Taking a piece of land like the Baylands is doing, cleaning it, restoring it, renewing it, turning it into a more efficient use and tying it into public transport, making sure that people can live efficiently on it, is an act of stewardship.
What communities are about is mutual support. If you want to know your neighbors and you want to be involved in the community, that's who we want. That's who should move here. The idea of having a walkable community is what fosters that. It's people-centric, not building-centric.
The fact that the Baylands will be a place in which people can live this very responsible life without it having to burden them, because it's been built into the infrastructure, because it's been built into the vision, because it's been built into the delivery, is a really extraordinary opportunity.